Hi everyone, my name is Joy Kirchner and I'm the Dean of Libraries at York University Libraries. We're about to embark on a master space plan for Scott Library. We've contracted Moriami and Tashima architects to begin a stakeholder engagement session to work with all of you and all of our stakeholders in campus to get your input on what you would like to see for our renovation plan for this master space plan. There's a couple of highlights I'd like to share with you and some of the priorities as you're thinking about the input that you provide for us. One is we want to transform the student and researcher experience. We want to create more spaces for our student in this respect. We want to expand our adaptive learning lab. And we want to create a new digital scholarship center on the main floor. We also want to highlight and create greater visibility for our archives and special collections, and thinking about the media studio that might be connected to either our Digital Scholarship Center or in connection with that space in its entirety on the main level. We also need to provide more light into our space, greater visibility, more comfortable seating, a wide diversity of spaces for learning, and many, many more collaborative spaces. I'm going to show you a few examples that we're thinking about. Some of the slides you'll see, most libraries now have a digital scholarship lab or center in some way. These are immersive spaces to animate collections or teaching objects or other ways you might want to think about your assignment production or visualizing research, or even coming into that kind of space to immerse yourself in dynamic learning in an interactive way. I'm showing you Curve. I'm showing you a few other examples of digital scholarship centers that are widely used in many libraries now that really speak to this kind of immersive engagement with content and collections and with researchers and our librarians and archivists there to help all. In connection with those spaces, we also need to create more spaces to help our students and our faculty and other researchers think about how to digitize some of that content or visualize it. And so typically many of these spaces have media studios and assignment production suites of services where you can prepare your presentations or stream music or think about a variety of different kinds of software to animate your assignments or your work in a more visual way. Creating immersive spaces for dynamic learning is key to our vision for the Scott Library, and we're really curious to hear what you think of what kinds of spaces you need for your own assignments or learning, or ways that you prefer to do your assignments within Scott Library. We're also thinking about what does it mean to think about Indigenous ways of knowing? How might we think about our spaces from that respect? We already know that we need more collaborative spaces of all kinds to align with the way teaching is taught these days and the way that students like to work together in group collaborative work. Here are a few examples. We also need to create spaces for specific uses, like the media studio, like a presentation place where you can practice your presentations and prepare them. Finally, we need to create warm, inviting, light spaces that are open and visible and immediately tell you what the library is about. The vision for the Scott Library is to create spaces where you want to be for long periods of study or assignment or group work in any ways that will make you productive for your assignments. So the vision is to create more space, more light, more visibility, so you immediately see what the library has to offer in Scott Library. I'd like to turn it now to our architects and their associated partners to talk with you about what kinds of spaces inspire you, what kinds of spaces that you need for your assignment. What would you like to see more of? Thank you so much for your engagement. I really look forward to seeing what you come up with. Thank you.